Pre-game talk, gets it to Harden, back to Mobley in traffic. Nice job by the Raptors early.
He was aggressive, but he was denied.
Brandon Ingram from the mid-range rattles out and knocked out of bounds to Cleveland. They had figured some things out after game 3 before 4. Just couldn't hit the shots, and Strus on his first misses. Contested rebound saved by R.J. Barrett. Scotty Barnes, who's playing with a whole bunch of confidence, finds Jakob Poeltl. Outside Barrett, three-pointer good, and the first bucket goes to Barrett.
Toronto does not take very many threes, but they're shooting a decent percentage.
Floater blocked by Poeltl, loose ball, and Toronto comes up with it. Outstanding defensive team. We saw that game 4 Sunday, especially in the late stages. Jacoby Walter's been struggling with his shot, just had nothing but net.
Struggling, you mean missing 15 shots in a row prior to that one?
0 for, as in 0 for Toronto. He missed all his shots in games 3 and 4. 6-0. And 1 for James Harden. 17 years in, and all 17 years he's gone to the postseason. That's what makes Cleveland's backcourt so potent as Harden. He's been in the postseason all 9 years of his career, so you do not get more experienced than those two guys in postseason play. 6-3 in favor of the Raptors. High screen, Poeltl. Barrett hits the roller, and Poeltl. And those lower back strain issues have lightened up for sure. Nice pass to Allen, couldn't finish inside.
That's kind of the difference right now. That was the difference in Toronto. Toronto finishes inside, Cleveland struggled. Jared ends, but without question, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley have got to be more forceful in the paint.
I was going to say, we kind of promoted the fact that it's Harden and Mitchell, but it's really a core 4 for these to the plate as well.
And they have many a time.
Scotty Barnes fading and hitting. You know, we know what a great defensive player he is, but he looks so assured on the offensive end.
Scotty Barnes is playing the best I think I've ever seen him play on both ends.
Harden with the 3.
You can't say that about James Harden. I've seen this movie many a time.
The number 2 3-point shooter in the history of the game, James Harden. Cleveland back within 3. Barnes elbow jumper, no good. That ends a streak of 4 straight made baskets by the Raptors. Mitchell tried to split a double. Barnes got a hand on it, and leaking out, R.J. Barrett checks behind him and flushes it.
Well called, Kesty. It was knocked out by Scotty Barnes. That caused the turnover.
Trying to get Mobley inside, and again, a lot of bodies in there. He drew the contact.
Had outstanding free throw shooters to begin with, these two teams, but they're below their regular season averages, both of them.
Splitting the pair is by the Cavaliers. Scotty Barnes was the 4th pick. 2 guys going head-to-head in the first round. Jacoby Walter lines up a 3, missed it, and rebounded by Allen. Walter, not only they take that 3 ball, but he's played some good defense in this series as well, as we have a perimeter block by Barnes, couldn't save it on the end line.
Certainly one of the elite defenders in the entire association.
The only player in the league with 100 blocked shots and 100 threes. Strus missing on his second 3-point attempt. Strus the addition to the lineup tonight. R.J. Barrett getting deep against Mobley that time.
There's stronger attempts at the basket. That's going to get you to the free throw line. Soft fouls are not going to get called right now. You just go in and throw some struggling from the free throw line, Cass.
You saw Darko Rajakovic, the head coach of Toronto, there briefly, and he told us as they missed both free throws here, the Raptors they're a young team. They weren't sure what to expect coming into this playoff series, and then they figured out quickly that, at least as Coach Rajakovic told us,
points in the paint and attacking inside. They don't shoot a lot of threes, the Raptors.
By the way, that's the 4th team foul. We're at 8.5 minutes to go. And the defense closing in. Barnes from behind on Mobley, batting it out. We're at 8.5 minutes to go. And the defense closing in. Barnes from behind. Player of the year. I think he finished 5th, actually. I had him 3rd on my ballot. Long inbound. Strus couldn't handle it right in front of us. And a turnover by the Cavs, certainly.
And the Raptors really made him pay. I thought James Harden was throwing that ball to you, Kesky.
There's Barnes feeling it, and again, the net barely quivered that time. Scotty Barnes off to a good start tonight. Barnes with those 2 blocks, 4 points, 6-point lead. Strus off the bounce, swings it up and in.
Max Strus doing what he's on the floor for. That's the score. We've hardly mentioned Donovan Mitchell so far.
Here's a great no-look pass. Pirtle completes it. Who was that? Scotty Barnes delivering the dime. And an early timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Good start for the Raptors.
He's seen enough, and I think it's always more important.
He's off to a great start. A couple of blocks and a steal already. And Donovan Mitchell's had a very slow start. That was his first shot, and it was a miss.
I don't think that was an accident either. Out of the timeout, Kenny Atkinson went right to Donovan.
Also had a couple of turnovers early as Ingram draws the foul. Shot rolls off. Struggled in the early games of this series. Finally broke through. 7.5 to go, first quarter. James Harden, when he came over in the trade from Los Angeles, pace slowed considerably for the Cavs. Very deliberate here. Mitchell against Barnes. Late clock. Just gets it off. And rebounded by Barnes.
Excellent defensive possession.
Again, Toronto trying to quicken the pace, and they turn it over.
Like the Pirtle, I thought he had another dunk coming.
Bruce on the skip to Harden. Good look at a three. And Cleveland continues to struggle from the field. 3 for 11 to open the game. Nice job by Barnes to get by Mitchell. Drew the contact.
Throw line to start. Kind of undoes the fact they're doing such a good job.
Rookie Colin Murray Boyles. He's been a game changer. PJ at the age of 20 years of age out of South Carolina.
Number 9 pick, and he has been special, and he is all over the floor.
Number 12 to widen the floor, but it hasn't worked out early. Walter with the steal. Gets it back and drills the three. Jacoby Walter with the steal in the three.
That's why they left him on the floor, even though he wasn't making shots in Toronto, because of his defense.
2 for 3 for Walter. Merrill gets deep, and Walter's numbers in Toronto.
You can get the memo that the home team's only the one supposed to play well.
Well, these two teams a decade ago and a lot of different players ago, LeBron James Cavaliers teams, but James and the Cavs won Game 5 and then advanced to the finals with a Game 6 win in Toronto. Finals, they would go on to rally down 3-1 to beat the Warriors. Ingram finds Walter. Not that time. Offensive rebound, turnaround, traffic in the lane. That was an issue that Kenny Atkinson was talking to us about before the game, as they have to clean up that offensive glass. Jarrett Allen on the turnaround. Dean Wade keeps the possession alive. 7 to shoot. Harassing defense. Merrill step back three. Good.
That was a sorely needed basket right there. Jarrett Allen unable to finish in traffic, but the offensive rebound got it done.
Only the second triple for the Cavaliers here in this first quarter. Jamal Shed seeing action first time. Barrett against Harden. Harden bats it away. Strus touched it. Merrill comes up with it. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Over the top to Allen for the bucket. That time, who were down 12, have run off the last 7 consecutive points. Good defense on Ingram. Outside to Mamu Skalashvili. Can't hit. And rebounded by the Cavaliers, trying to build on a 7-0 run. Sam Merrill's been a big part of that.
Yes, he has. He's made his impact with scoring and an assist.
Harden lost the handle. Cold.
Good response out of the timeout by the Cleveland Cavaliers. NBA in points, leading him in assists. One of the top 75 players of all time, and you just take him for granted. He's like, the end doesn't seem to miss a beat.
The stats are staggering. 36 years of age, drafted in 2009, and he's just about 10 points away from 4,000 postseason points. Scotty Barnes, tough shot. Not there. Mobley just checked in, got the rebound.
Cleveland's defense has picked up significantly.
Once down 12, they got it down to 3. Harden's going to try to get the tie way off the mark that time, but it ends up in the hands of Evan Mobley. And it looked like Murray Boyles, CMB that time, hurt himself a little bit closing out.
Yeah, pressuring the shot. He's holding his left shoulder and rubbing it going down the floor.
Keep an eye on that. Cavs in the midst of this 11-0 run. Great look down low to Shed, who scores for the lead.
Kind of reversed, the point guard moving without the ball. Scotty Barnes finds him.
3-point advantage, Toronto. Wade for three, ties the game.
Hey, Coach, you don't have to go to somebody else. I can make shots, too. I think part of the problem was Dean Wade wasn't looking for his shot in Toronto.
Dean Wade coming off the bench tonight, 36% from three regular year. Cleveland has come all the way back down 12. Harden near steal. Still 7 to shoot. Mamu with the fake. 4 to shoot. Hesitates. Takes it and makes it.
You don't have to tell a Seton Hall guy to shoot it twice. He was wide open.
Got a couple of Seton Hall guys here. One with a microphone. One just drilled a three-pointer. 6'9", a 39%er. Quiets the crowd. Cavs fans hope temporarily. Wade squares, no. Harden offensive rebound and one.
I don't know if they gave him a block, but they should have on that play where he and Max Strus caused the double team.
PJ, do the Cavs executives get enough credit for taking the chance and making that trade? Darius Garland to L.A., James Harden coming here in February.
Well, they should. Kobe Altman, the president of basketball operations, Mike Gansey, the general manager. Kenny Atkinson was bubbling over talking about the support he has from that front office.
Harden, the only man in double figures in the first with 11. Shed hits a three. His defense was so impeccable down the stretch Sunday afternoon in Game 4.
5 for 8 from downtown for the Raptors, a team that doesn't shoot many threes.
3-point game. Wade can't tie it from outside. Mamu clears the rebound as we come up on 2 minutes to go in the first. Another no-look pass from Barnes, but Ingram could not finish and also turns it over.
Numbers.
Donovan Mitchell looking to get going. Takes a three and hits. He was 0 for 3 to start the night.
He heard you, Kesty, when he dribbled right past our table.
You know, Toronto owned the last 2 minutes in the second, the third, and the fourth quarters the other night on another no-look and a turnover. I mean, Barnes is right on the money with the passes. Guys
continue to crash the boards, get out in transition.
You guys got out to a fast start in this game, though. How do you get back to what we saw at the beginning?
Just doing what we were doing at the beginning, moving the ball, putting it into the paint, and ultimately getting the top.
Thanks, Jacoby.
Thank you, Alyssa and Jacoby. And getting offensive rebounds certainly helps as well. 2 opportunities to open the second quarter.
Jamison battled with the rebound. Scotty Barnes with the convert.
22 to 10 was the Raptors' lead early as Dennis Schroeder's first shot of the game goes through for a Cleveland 28 to 12. PJ, what did you take away from that score as Pirtle gets the reverse here? What was the halftime score Sunday?
It was 38-36. It was 38-34 here. If I can read.
Mitchell
boy.
starting the second how he ended the first.
Yeah, halftime score in Game 4. It's the quarter score here. Just 2 points different.
Raptors shot 62% in the first quarter. Cleveland got off to the slow start and then worked their way to 46. Cavaliers enjoying their biggest lead. Here's Barnes. Contested jumper's good over Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant sighted.
Thomas Bryant playing with his 6th team with Cleveland. Was in the finals last year with the Pacers and was on the Nuggets championship team 3 years ago.
Only the second game he's been in the series.
Tyson missing on his first attempt. Battle rebounds for the Raptors. Cleveland had whipped this crowd into a frenzy those last 6.5 minutes, and Toronto trying to keep them quiet, and R.J. Barrett getting it done.
But it's so much easier to run off a miss when you get those defensive rebounds.
Barrett's been terrific in the series, averaging 24 points a game, and the ball shed being defended by Donovan Mitchell. Barnes turning into a really good passer. Another dime.
Well, I tell you what, Jakob Poeltl better take Scotty Barnes out to dinner tomorrow night because he is setting him up.
Toronto's made its last 5 shots after that Cleveland flurry, and a one and done for Cleveland here. Tied at 44. Again, no look. Barnes to Poeltl.
Jamal Kenny Atkinson is calling it. The defense has improved immeasurably. But what he's telling the offense is don't stand around and watch. Move without the ball.
Raptors in an 8-0 run. Cleveland with it out of the timeout. Jordan Tyson ends the 8-zip Raptors run. Jalen Tyson, pardon me. Tyson, the second-year man from California, brother drafted in the NFL. Just last week, Jordan played at Arizona State.
family. You got it.
Baseline drive, and before the pass, a travel is called by Scott.
He's such a key part of the depth of this team. He's gotten such valuable minutes throughout the course of the year, and it's paid off. He's in the gym from early morning till late at night, and the entire team has loved watching it come to fruition.
And he was one guy who did not struggle shooting the ball in Toronto. Actually knocked down 8 out of 15 in those 2 losses against the Raptors. Shed, such a good young player, drills another 3 and had a few words for the bench.
Yeah, he did, because I'm sure they were saying something before he shot it. Jamal Shed is a heck of a player.
He forced an 8-second call near the end, about 40 seconds to go in game 4. That was crucial as Schroeder answers with a 3. And Kelvin Sampson, his former head coach at the University of Houston, apparently texted him, and they were talking about the fact that was culture. That was the culture that they built with the Cougars.
Yeah, set a cross body block in the backcourt and get away with it. Was a good play by Jamal Shed. About 17 bench points for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That was really where it all changed. And how about Mobley, former Defensive Player of the Year with the steal? Took off a little too soon, but got the bump.
One of these times he's going to go up and just hammer it home.
The last time these teams were here at Rocket Arena, Evan Mobley couldn't miss. It was 11 of 13 at his best game of the series with 25 points. But credit the Raptors and Darko Rajakovic.
Points below that. 96.5 a game, the 2 games in Toronto. That's 96.5 a game, the 2 games in Toronto. That's called defense, spelled with E-N-C-E.
That's right.
North of the border.
Canada, where you
wants to know why I didn't do as good a job coaching defense as Darko Rajakovic is doing right now.
Rajakovic in his 3rd season, mentoring the Raptors. After those 2 free throws, Cleveland by 3, looking for the tie. It's a miss by RJ. Another offensive rebound, pass inside. Battle got knocked off the spot, no whistle.
Yeah, he's got to hang on to it, though. There was contact, but just playoffs.
Mobley looking ultra aggressive, tried to pass, and Pirtle knocked it out of bounds. So even though the shot would get a lot of talk when you speak of the Raptors in his 2nd tour with Toronto.
Got him from San Antonio. I was on that trip with the Spurs, broadcasting the game in place of Sean Elliott, and they traded Jakob Poeltl when they were in Toronto. Jakob didn't even have to go anywhere. % for the Cavs. Defense optional so far. Teams are working, but the shots are going down, unlike game 4.
Correct myself. Toronto loses his challenge there. Cleveland keeps the ball, and cannot cash in that time on the Merrill jumper. Barnes been more facilitator in this game than scorer, but a nice square up and jumper there.
Yeah, I like it. He passed on the 3 and said, let me get to the paint. I'm more comfortable in the paint, even the maroon paint here in Cleveland.
Jalen Tyson working it out top. 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. The teams have settled in. Toronto had the early flurry, and then the Cavaliers' great finish to the 1st quarter as Tyson scores the bucket.
A little bit too much help inside. That opened him up on the left baseline. Nice pass.
Bench continues to perform for the Cavaliers. Nice save by R.J. Barrett. Barrett gets deep, gets contact. Raptors 3 for 7 at the line. 4 for halfway through this 2nd quarter. Been a home series thus far, and we've got an illegal score.
It's a little bit harder when you're officiating. It happens in real time.
Scotty Barnes, nonverbal contact, wanted the screen from CNB. Barnes doubled. 5 to shoot for Mamu. Overcooked it because he got hit. Looked like the knee, the inside of it.
He got knee. We call it a Charlie horse in football, but he got hit there, but he's walking it off. Darko has that sight that you have when you're a head coach and your best player is hurt. You kind of look the other way. You don't see it.
3 points off the board. Jared Allen terminates the dribble. Harden, who had the outstanding 1st quarter, looking for his 1st points of the 2nd. 4 to shoot. Great backdoor to Wade.
Kenny Atkinson said, move without the ball. Don't stand there. That's what Dean Wade did. Tyson with a nice assist.
Back and forth we go in this pivotal fifth game. Walter hit a couple of threes in the first quarter, misses there, but it's tipped all the way out to the perimeter. Barrett three. Second chance points once again for the Raptors.
Well, we said that three-point shooting has been good. That does not do it justice.
They're in double figures with 11. Whistle on the move. They'll say before the shot. And it'll be side out of bounds for Cleveland. 14 to shoot on the inbound. Allen's got it against a really good defensive rookie.
Loose.
CMB who got it down to the floor. Allen can't recover. Shed takes it away. Walter checks the feet. Drills the three-pointer.
You know Shed's coming up with a loose ball. You talked about Kelvin Sampson before. Ball's loose. That belongs to Jamal Shed.
Third triple in the half, and a cross-court steal, Walter. Walter against Strus, bumps him off and takes it right to the rack for the slam, and Kenny Atkinson jumps